Ancient Athens by Megan and Aidyn. Athens is one of the most important cities in Greece during the classic period. It was also the first of the Greek city-states that fully developed democracy.
Who were the ancient Athenians?
The ancient Athenians were unique people that believed people should be free as long as they followed the laws of Greece. That gave them the opportunity to excel in any direction. The ability to strive for excellence, no matter the challenge, was what these Athenians believed in. They believed that democracy should be free.
The ancient Athenians developed a system of government that allowed citizens to participate in making important decisions. Ancient Athens developed their own style of government with their own laws and built up its own armies. The ancient Athens lived in city-states. What were some of the gods in the religion of ancient Athens?
Many Greek people recognized the major gods and goddesses such as Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Apollo, Artemis, Aphrodite, Ares, Dionysus, Hephaestus, Athena, Hermes, Demeter, Hestia, and Hera. The ancient Athens worshipped many gods, each with a different personality and domain.
Greek myths explain the origins of the gods with their individual relations with mankind. The ancient Greeks believed that Mount Olympus, the highest mountain in mainland Greece, was home of the gods.
Major events in Athenian history.
Some of the important events that happened in Athens were wars. There are many different wars. There was the Ionian War, which happened during 539 BC. Cyrus the Great ruled Persia and most of West Asia. The cities near Lydia automatically became helpless, and Cyrus's next move was to capture those cities. There was the Peloponnesian War, which happened during 431-440 BC. It was between the Athenian Empire and the Peloponnesian League, led by the Spartans. There was also some other wars.
There were many different ways for male Athenian citizens to become involved in running their city-states. It was a responsibility that most of them took very seriously. Any person who did not take part in the operation of government was looked down on.
Who were the citizens in ancient Athens?
Slaves like Cleolandros did not have the right to participate in Athenian democracy. Citizens were the only members of society who could vote and take part in the government. Athenian citizenship was limited to one class or group in society. Citizens were proud of their position at the top of the social structure. The Athenian social structure looked like this.
Citizens were children of parents who were born in Athens. Only male citizens could participate in voting. Women could not participate in Athenian democracy.
Slaves were owned by either private Athenians or by the city-state. Many slaves were people who had been prisoner when their city-state was attacked by Athenians. Slaves could not become citizens.
Metics were residents of Athens who had been born outside the city-state. They were not allowed to own land and could not become citizens.
Ideas of fairness, equity, and rights were a part of Athenian democracy.
The most important idea was that it was fair that citizens be allowed to rule themselves.
Athenians believed that majority rule was fair. This meant that decisions were made by voting and that a law supported by more than half the voters were passed.
Athenians believed that people who belonged in the same class in society should have equal rights. All male citizens had the right to belong in the assembly and vote.
Women, slaves, and metics were denied voting rights.
Slavery was an accepted part of Athenian democracy. A person's right to own another person was not questioned even by the Athenian thinkers.
Minority rights were not part of the thinking Athenian democracy. The common good was the highest value.
What was the Council of 500 democracy?
The Council of 500 was the full-time government of Athens. It was known as the Voul and met in the Voulouterion at the Agora. The term for the council was 1 year, then a new council was selected.
The citizens of Athens were officially divided into tribes. 50 members from each tribe over the age of 30 served on the council. The groups of 50 councillors from each tribe were in charge of the council.
The end.